Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm James, and I'm thrilled you're joining me today. So have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, by the end of the day, your to-do list seems almost untouched? You're not alone. In today's hyper-connected world, staying focused is harder than ever. But what if I told you there's a secret weapon that can dramatically boost your productivity and focus? Yes, it's all about mastering the art of the Pomodoro Technique, a method that has transformed how I and millions around the world approach our tasks. This technique isn't just a trend, it's a tested and proven method that helps break down work into manageable intervals, empowering you to keep your brain fresh and motivated. And the best part? It's incredibly simple to implement. Today, we're diving deep into how the Pomodoro Technique can change the way you work and study. From clearing that daunting task list to finding more time for yourself, this technique could be the game changer you've been looking for. So if you're ready to reclaim your time and turbocharge your productivity, keep watching. And hey, if you find this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Let's jump into understanding what the Pomodoro Technique is all about. Alright, let's get into the heart of today's topic, the Pomodoro Technique. But first, a quick question. Have you ever wondered why it's called Pomodoro? Pomodoro is Italian for tomato, and this whole concept was named after a tomato-shaped kitchen timer that the technique's inventor, Francesco Cirillo, used during his university days. Developed in the late 1980s, the Pomodoro Technique isn't just a fancy productivity hack, it's a philosophy of time management that can help anyone achieve more with less mental fatigue. The beauty of this technique lies in its simplicity and adaptability. Whether you're a student, a professional, or even a busy parent, it's designed to help you maximize your focus and minimize your stress. Here's the crux of the method. You break your workday into 25-minute blocks of time called Pomodoros, followed by 5-minute breaks. Each of these intervals is dedicated solely to one task or set of tasks, pushing you to focus intensely without distractions. Imagine this, you're racing the clock. 25 minutes of pure focus. It's just you and the task at hand. No emails, no social media, no wandering thoughts, just productivity. Once the timer dings, you step back, relax for 5 minutes, grab a coffee, stretch, or just breathe. After every 4 Pomodoros, you take a longer break, about 15 to 30 minutes. This longer break is your chance to completely reset, which keeps your mind sharp and ready to tackle the next round of tasks. You might be wondering why this specific structure. It's based on the idea that frequent breaks can bolster mental agility. The timer creates a sense of urgency, which might sound a bit stressful, but it actually helps keep your brain fresh and focused. There's no time to procrastinate, so you dive in, get things done, and then rejuvenate. So that's the Pomodoro Technique. Simple, right? But incredibly effective. Stick around because next I'm going to guide you through setting up your own Pomodoro workflow. And trust me, you're going to want to try this out for yourself. Now that you know what the Pomodoro Technique is, let's talk about why it's such a game changer. Many of you might be thinking, can taking more breaks really make me more productive? Absolutely, and I'll show you why. First off, let's tackle productivity. The Pomodoro Technique helps you focus intensely in short bursts. This means you're less likely to get burnt out. You know that feeling when you're 3 hours into a task and you can barely remember your own name? Pomodoro helps you avoid that by keeping your brain fresh and engaged. Next up, stress reduction. This is a big one. With regular breaks scheduled into your routine, you're less likely to feel the weight of prolonged stress. Each Pomodoro is a small, manageable slice of work, making your task less overwhelming. Every time you complete a Pomodoro, you get a psychological boost. It's like ticking off a tiny win on your way to the finish line. And here's a benefit that often goes unnoticed. Improved work-life balance. By structuring your time with Pomodoros, you create clear boundaries between work and rest. Imagine ending your workday knowing exactly what you've accomplished and having the mental space to enjoy your off time without guilt or worry. Many users of the Pomodoro Technique report being able to tackle projects they've been putting off for ages. Students find it easier to study for exams without burning out. Professionals complete projects with time to spare. And everyone in between finds they can enjoy their hobbies more because their work time is so much more productive. So whether you're trying to finish a novel, manage a team, or just get through your daily to-do list, the Pomodoro Technique offers a straightforward path to not just achieving your goals, but enjoying the journey there. And isn't that what we all strive for? Think about what you could achieve if every day felt this productive. What's the first project you'd tackle with a Pomodoro technique? Let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious to hear about it. The first things first though, your environment. Where you work matters. You'll want a tidy, distraction-free zone. This doesn't mean it has to be sterile, plants and personal items, but definitely keep it clutter-free. Your focus will thank you. Next up, the tools of the trade. At its core, the Pomodoro technique just needs one thing, a timer. You can use a kitchen timer, your phone, or any of the numerous Pomodoro apps available for both phones and computers. The key here is that it should be easy to start and stop. Now, grab a piece of paper or open a digital note-taking app, whatever you prefer for jotting down tasks. Before you start your first Pomodoro, write down the task you'll focus on. This is crucial. By writing it down, you commit to focusing on that one task for the next 25 minutes. Let's put all this together. Find your quiet workspace, set up your timer and have your task list ready. Here's how you'll run a Pomodoro. Set your timer for 25 minutes. Yes, just 25 minutes. And work on your task with full focus. Ignore everything else. Just dive into what you've set out to do. When the timer rings, put down your work. Take a 5-minute break, stretch, walk around, grab a drink. Anything that shifts your mind off the work. These breaks are your time to recharge. They're non-negotiable. They're part of what makes this technique so powerful. And remember, after 4 Pomodoros, you take a longer break, about 15 to 30 minutes. This longer break is your chance to completely unwind before starting the cycle again. That's it. Simple setup, simple rules, but incredibly effective. Are you ready to try your first Pomodoro? I challenge you to do it right now. Pick a task, set your timer, and start. You're about to feel a whole lot more productive. Now that you've got your workspace set and your timer ready, it's time to jump in the actual Pomodoro sessions. Let's break it down step by step. This is where the magic happens. Step 1. Choose a task. Pick something important or something you've been putting off. It could be big or small. Just make sure it's clear what you want to accomplish. Write this task down. It's your focus for the next 25 minutes. Step 2. Set your Pomodoro timer for 25 minutes. This is your signal to start working, and from this moment, the clock is ticking. Dive into your task with all your attention. Step 3. Work on the task until the timer rings, no distractions. If thoughts or interruptions come up, jot them down on a piece of paper to get back to later. Keep your focus. Remember, it's only 25 minutes. Step 4. When the timer rings, stop. Mark your progress, take a short 5-minute break, stand up, stretch, walk around, or do something completely different from your work. This break is essential for keeping your mind fresh for the next round. And step 5. Repeat. After your break, set the timer again and start another Pomodoro. Continue this process through 4 Pomodoros, and then take a longer break of 15 minutes. This longer break is crucial. It's time to reset deeply. These steps form the core of the Pomodoro technique. The rhythm of working and breaking not only helps manage energy levels, but also keeps motivation high. By breaking work down into these intervals, tasks seem less daunting and progress feels much more achievable. But one last tip, be strict with your time management. The Pomodoro technique works best when you respect the timer. Work when it's time to work and rest when it's time to rest. This discipline is what makes the technique so effective. Are you ready to give it a shot? Start with 1 Pomodoro right now. Pick a task to begin. I'm excited for you to experience just how much you can accomplish. Let me know in the comments how it goes. Did you find it challenging? And what did you actually achieve in your first Pomodoro? You got the basics down, but let's not stop there. It's time to level up your Pomodoro sessions. Every individual works differently, and today I'm going to share some advanced tips and tweaks that can help you customize the Pomodoro technique to fit your personal work style even better. First up, let's talk timing. The traditional Pomodoro is 25 minutes, but what if you're just hitting your stride at that 25-minute mark? Some tasks might take longer, uninterrupted periods. Feel free to experiment with 50-minute Pomodoros followed by 10-minute breaks. The key is to find a rhythm that keeps you productive and not burnt out. Now, integrating other productivity methods, are you a fan of task batching or the Eisenhower box? You can combine these with your Pomodoros. For instance, dedicate specific Pomodoros to urgent and important tasks early in the day when your energy is at its highest. This kind of strategic planning can turbocharge your productivity. And speaking of energy, let's talk about your peak productive times. Some of us are morning birds, others night owls. Use your Pomodoros during your personal peak times. Track which Pomodoros yield the best results and focus. and plan your most challenging tasks for those periods. Technology can also enhance your Pomodoro experience. There are fantastic apps out there that not only time your sessions but also help you track your tasks and breaks. They can even block distracting websites during your Pomodoros. Utilizing these tools can keep you honest and on track. Lastly, don't forget the power of your environment. Small changes can lead to big improvements in focus. Adjust your lighting, try some background white noise, or even change your chair. All these significantly impact your ability to maintain focus during each Pomodoro. Remember, the Pomodoro technique is flexible. It's all about finding what works best for you. Test these tips, tweak your timers, and tailor your surroundings. The goal is to enhance your productivity without feeling overwhelmed. So which of these advanced tips are you going to try first? Do you have any other modifications that have worked for you? Share your thoughts and experiences with me. I love hearing how you make these techniques your own. So let's talk about some of the roadblocks you might face and how to overcome them. Because let's be honest, no method is without its challenges, right? But don't worry, I've got some solutions that can help you stay on track. One of the most frequent hurdles is dealing with interruptions, whether it's phone calls, emails, or someone just dropping by your desk. Interruptions can break your focus and throw off your Pomodoro rhythm. Here's what you can do. Set expectations with those around you. If you work in an office, maybe it's a sign on your desk that says, in a Pomodoro, back in 25 minutes. At home, it could be similar. Signal to your family and silence your notifications. No pings allowed until the break. Another big challenge? Sticking to the timer, especially when you're in the flow and don't want to stop. It might be tempting to skip the break and keep going, but breaks are crucial for maintaining your energy. When that timer rings, it's time to pause. Stand up, stretch, move around. Use your break wisely to do something totally different from your work. Read a bit, do a quick workout, or just relax. These breaks help prevent burnout, making it easier to sustain productivity throughout the day. Feeling unmotivated to start? That's a common one too. My tip here is to make the first Pomodoro of the day something enjoyable or easy. Once you tick that off, you'll feel a boost of accomplishment that can propel you through more challenging tasks. And what if 25 minutes just doesn't fit the task? Adjust it. Try extending your focus time to 30 or 35 minutes if you find it works better for you. Just remember to adjust your breaks accordingly to keep the balance. The key to mastering the Pomodoro technique is flexibility and adaptation. Modify it until it fits your rhythm and needs perfectly. Experiment, adjust, and more importantly, keep going. Every new method takes some tweaking to get right, and the Pomodoro technique is no different. Try out these strategies, find what works best for you, and don't get discouraged by setbacks. You got this, and I'm here to help. Let me know in the comments if you have other challenges, and we can brainstorm solutions. So you got the basics down. You're navigating through common challenges, and you're ready to level up your Pomodoro game. How? With some tech tools that make sticking to this technique even easier and more effective. Let's dive into some of my favorite apps and tools that can help you master the art of Pomodoro. First up, let's talk about timers. Sure, any timer can count down 25 minutes, but do you know there are timers designed specifically for the Pomodoro technique? Apps like Tomato Timer and Focus To Do not only keep track of your Pomodoros, but also help you log and manage your tasks. These apps are great because they automatically switch between work and break intervals so you can stay focused without having to watch the clock. Plus, they often include customizable durations, which means you can tweak your Pomodoros and breaks to fit your personal productivity rhythm. Now, if you're more of a tangible tools person, don't worry, I've got something for you too. A physical Pomodoro timer like the classic tomato-shaped one or this one I have here can be a fun and visually motivating tool to have on your desk. It's a constant reminder of your commitment to focused work sessions. Pair that with a good old-fashioned planner or journal. Physically writing down what you want to achieve in each Pomodoro can be incredibly satisfying. Plus, there's something just about pen and paper that feels right for a lot of us. And for those of you who like to keep distractions at bay, consider apps like Forest, which gamify staying focused. The app grows a virtual tree as long as you don't touch your phone and can be set to work perfectly with Pomodoro intervals. Lastly, don't forget about the environment you're working in. Noise-cancelling headphones can be a game-changer in noisy spaces, and ambient noise apps that play coffee shop sounds or white noise can also help stimulate a productive atmosphere. All these tools are here to support you in your quest for productivity. Mix and match them to find what best suits your style and needs. Experimenting is part of the fun. You're well on your way to mastering the Pomodoro technique, but the journey doesn't stop here. to really deepen your understanding and enhance your productivity skills. It's great to explore some further reading and learning resources. Let's dive into a few recommendations that can take your productivity to the next level. First up, if you want to go straight to the source, check out the Pomodoro Technique by Francesco Cirillo, the creator of the technique. It's a fantastic read that covers the method in detail directly from the inventor himself. The book not only explains the how, but also dives into the why behind the technique. For those of you who love to blend theory with practice, Deep Work by Cal Newport is another excellent book. It explores the benefits of focused work sessions and how to cultivate deep work habits that complement the Pomodoro Technique perfectly. I also recommend checking out various productivity blogs and YouTube channels. Many experts share their tips, tweaks, and how they integrate the Pomodoro Technique into their work routines. Watching others apply the technique can provide new insights and inspiration. And of course, engaging in communities can be incredibly beneficial. Look for forums and online groups focused on productivity techniques. Sharing experiences and challenges with others can help you refine your approach and keep you motivated. Remember, the goal isn't just to work harder, but to work smarter. These resources can provide you with a broader perspective on productivity, helping you to effectively integrate the Pomodoro Technique into a balanced and fulfilling work life. So take that next step. Dive into these resources and continue on your path to becoming a productivity powerhouse. Have you got any favorite books or courses that have transformed your workday? If you take one thing away from today, let it be this. The Pomodoro Technique isn't just about doing more, it's about doing better. It's about working smarter, not harder, and giving your mind the space and structure it needs to perform at its best. So I challenge you to try it out. Start with just one Pomodoro Technique today. Pick a task, set that timer, and just see how much more focused and productive you can be. And remember, every Pomodoro completed is a step closer to mastering your time and achieving your goals. Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video and found it useful, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights. And share with someone who could perhaps benefit from it. Here's to your success with the Pomodoro Technique. Until next time, keep focusing, keep achieving, and as always, I'll see you next time.